I'm in a dance crew called Boombox. We are known to be break dancers, so we're either a b-boy or a b-girl. And there are actually two types of break dancers. You're either a style head, where you show a lot of flavor and funky and freshness and personality when you dance. Or either a power head, where you're physically built and you do more of those cool, difficult tricks. I've known my crew members long enough where we know each other's weaknesses and strengths in dancing, so often my crew members tell me that I am a style head, where I show a lot of personality when I dance. So this year, recently, we actually went to a jam called the Break Off, which is the very first jam of the year. And since it was a new year, I decided why not convert into being a power head, since I want to do something cool this year. So, 2 weeks before the jam, I asked the guys to teach me a new move, and it's called the 90. And the 90 is basically a one-hand handstand, and you're in this position here, you see the 90-degree angle, and you're actually spinning off the ground from your palm. And the guy said, yeah, we'll teach you ping and all, but really you shouldn't work on being a power head because, we'll have 2 weeks before the jam, and, I don't think you could get it down within 2 weeks. But knowing the ambitious person I am as a dancer, I said, guys, I think I could get it down because I feel very confident in myself. So I neglect working on my original style head moves, and I was really determined to work on this 90 power move. And finally, the day of the jam comes. And we go to this jam, and the guys are just reminding me, hey Ping, remember, don't do anything that involves power because, you're not ready yet, what we taught you. The new skills that you learned, you're not ready. Just don't do it at all. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, sure, don't worry about it. But in my mind, really, I was just like, whatever, guys, I feel very confident in myself, and I think I could really do this. So, after a few rounds of our battles, we won most of our battles, and we actually made it to the top, finals. And for the last battle of the night, it was a 1 versus 1 battle. So one member from each crew would come out to represent. And I decided I would go out. So the very first round, I go out there and do what I usually do. Just, some simple footwork, some top rocks, and some style, and add some funk and fresh into it. Then the second round, I start thinking to myself, hey, those 2 weeks, I worked pretty hard. Should I really try to bust out that 90? But then I just decided, no, maybe not, because, remember what the guy said, I shouldn't do it to embarrass myself or whatever. So I decided just to keep the second round simple and clean. Then the third round comes. I decided to step out on the dance floor, and I was in the zone. I was in the top rock and all that, but then I decided to hurdle into that 90-degree position. But when I got up, I just crashed straight down to the ground, and all eyes were just on me. And I could totally just, from the back of my head, I felt like my whole crew members were staring at me and just glaring at me. And that night, I was actually crowned as the crasher of the night. And even though I crashed, everyone told me I did a good job, but I didn't feel too great about it. And after the jam, I looked at my crew members, and they just looked at me in disappointment.